Alright guys, so today in this video we're checking out the INVANTI Tide 2 folding electric bike. Pretty standard specs here, and this one we'll go through really quickly. Do have a front fork suspension here, but no lockout or adjustment. We have 20 by 3-inch fat tires, standard sort of knobby tread there. And the frame is a carbon steel frame, pretty strong, 330-pound max load, and then there is a rear rack here. There is an option for a basket to turn this into a cargo bike. I think it's like $50 for that, and pretty easy to install. I'm pretty sure that this can also take third-party baskets as well. 7-speed Shimano tourney derailleur here in the back. We have a 900-watt rear hub motor with a 55 newton meters of torque. Range up to 45 miles on this battery, which is a 48 volts, 10.4 amp hour, about 500 watt hour battery. And that's of course in the lowest level of pedal assist. That's going to be your maximum amount of range. Top speed about 20 miles an hour. We'll test that here shortly. We've got metal fender here in the back and in the front. The bike came fully assembled from the factory. So as you can see, it folds down here in the center, and it came in the box folded. Of course, there were tons of zip ties and foam to protect it during shipment. And all I had to do was stick in the seat and the handlebar in this part right here. Handlebar height is adjustable. I'll put up here on the screen the dimensions of the bike as well as the rider height. I think it's like 5'2" to 6'3", something like that. Now, the seat post that was installed on the seat out of the box was a standard seat post, although they did include a seat post with a suspension. I did not install that. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference unless you're going off-roading, but that is an option that is available, and it was sent in the box. Back here we got a rear brake light, no turn signals, and in the front we got a 3-watt, pretty standard headlight. And as you can see here, the bike does fold down right here, and also there in the center. And as I said earlier, it did come fully assembled in the box. Pretty easy to unfold there. Just have this little handle right here to hold it up, and then there's also a stand here on the bottom that you can rest it on so it's not on the chain. And of course the pedals fold as well. Brake system here is a pretty standard mechanical disc brake, 160 millimeters front and rear. Taking a look at the handlebar, you got your standard brake levers, ergonomic grips, your bike computer. I'm going to turn on here, speedometer, battery meter, pedal assist level, and it goes from 0, which you just pedal like a regular bike, up to 3, which gives you the maximum speed, and then you have your odometer, and you got your Shimano shifter here on the side, and we have a half twist throttle if you want to run it on throttle only. The seat is pretty comfortable, so if you're worried about comfort, it's a pretty good seat for this price class. Overall, the bike with the battery weighs about 60.6 pounds total, so not terribly heavy, and you know, fold it down. It does fold down to a pretty small size. You can pretty easily put into most car trunks and also into the back of an SUV or a van. All right, let's go ahead and do the speed test, and we'll do a ride test after that, and I'll tell you my final thoughts at the end of the video. All right, we'll try to start off the pedal assist test in level 1, and the motor kicks in about half crankshaft turn. Already hitting about 10 miles an hour. Speed is ramping up slowly, and this is a cadence sensor. I'm already freewheeling a little bit. Now we're up to 14 miles an hour in level 1, 15 miles an hour. Going quite fast in level 1. 16 now. Speed keeps increasing, 17. Alright, so it looks like the top's at about 17 in level 1. Alright, let's go to level 2. Gonna gear all the way up. Alright, so about 18, 19 miles an hour in level 2. Freewheeling a little bit. All right, let's go level 3. Now we're hitting 20 miles an hour. Just a little bit of freewheeling when you hit 20 miles an hour. All right, so I'm gonna take this back down to level 1. Just gonna do throttle only. And it should go, yeah, this, as expected, it's going straight to 20 miles an hour, and then I just felt the motor kick off just now. So when you're doing throttle only, it doesn't matter what pedal assist level you're in, you're gonna get the max speed right away. And pretty quickly, actually, a lot faster than pedaling. Do a quick ride around the neighborhood and give you my thoughts on this folding budget electric bike. First off, again, this is one of these step-through e-bikes, so if you're one of those folks that has a hard time getting on and off any kind of a bike, this step-through is definitely ideal for you. Also, if you maybe have a smaller car or vehicle, you want to transport the bike to like a bike path or some other location, this is a very compact, it folds up very small, and it's pretty lightweight for an electric bike. So you can transport it and to another location to ride it, which is really nice. I do like the fact that it was pretty much like 100% assembled out of the box and didn't really take very long to set it up, maybe about 5-10 minutes. So if you're not looking for a lot of work in getting your bike set up, then this is definitely one to check out. Additionally, out of the box, everything came all adjusted, all the brakes and everything. Really, I didn't have to tune anything like I have to do on some bikes. So I think more and more of these e-bikes are coming pretty much pre-tuned from the factory. So there's very little work that needs to be done to get going and get the bike operational. Now, in terms of the ride and the comfort, it's pretty standard for a bike in this category. If you want a little bit more comfort, I would recommend swapping in the seat post suspension for the standard seat. And you do have a front fork suspension that does kind of smooth out some of the bumps in the road. But ideally, this is mainly for urban, sidewalk, and street commuting. A little bit of light off-roading, but not necessarily an off-road bike. In terms of the overall build quality, I'd say it's pretty solid for the frame and everything. Carbon steel, fairly lightweight. I don't hear any creaks or noises or rattles or anything like that. Even the metal fenders don't rattle at all. So again, the build quality on this one is pretty nice for the price. Now, of course, like most e-bikes, depending upon your location and where you live, it may be speed limited. This one is speed limited to 20 miles per hour here. At least where I live in California, where it's sold. It may be different in your location. Some places are limited to 25 or 20 miles per hour, depending upon your location. But the motor on here and the voltage, 48 volts and all, should be able to handle higher speeds. So there may be a way to unlock it, but it doesn't seem like it's noted anywhere in the controller or the manual. I'm not exactly sure. This one's called the S866 controller. If you probably Google it, there might be some instructions on how to unlock a higher speed if that's what you're interested in. But of course, going faster is going to reduce your range. So if you're mainly interested in maximizing your range, I would suggest sticking to pedal assist level 1 and going a nice cruising speed like I am right here, around 10 to 15 miles an hour. You're going to get the most range out of the bike. Anyway, overall, I like the bike. It's pretty good for the money. If you want to check it out, there'll be a link in the video description. Got any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.